We are live. We are live. Is there anybody out there? Hey everyone, this is Art Thibert coming to you live from Hack Shack Studios, the art studio where I do all my comic book work. Right here. I have the windows open, you guys, so you're going to hear a bunch of life happening outside. Ooh, I'm a little winded. I just went downstairs and picked up the mail. We got a package. My daughter got a package. I didn't get a package. But I did get a package the other day, and that's what I will be unboxing. It's not that big a deal. I think it's just from Marvel, but I thought it might be fun to unbox it and just to see what is in it. What book. I know it's a book, but to see what book it is. Hey, Shinto Ketchup. Hey, Arch Geek. Hey, Mr. Josh Shin. How are you guys? We are live, yes. And thank you guys for typing in the chat early, because I always get a little nervous that this is all working. So you guys can hear me. I got my OBS hooked up. So I'm going to unbox a letter from Marvel. A box from Marvel. It's not really a box. It's more like an envelope. And then I'm going to show off some doodles that I have on my drawing board that I'm working on. I think there's 3. And then I'm not sure if I showed you a little bit of the ash can, the black and white ash can, but I'm going to show that off as well, like a before and after, kind of a remastering, if you will, of it. Hey, Arch Geek. Oh, he's already back. It was fun no matter what. Yeah, and hit the like button, people. It really does help. This is going to be quick. I just thought I would do something spontaneous before I started getting down and dirty with the drawing. I'm going to work on my Vampirilla black and white cover today. I'm going to put it down on the board and finish up the pencils. And then hopefully tomorrow ink. I don't know. I've been doing a lot of, I don't know what it is, editorial stuff, I guess, for Chrono Mechanics. So I haven't been too creative lately. I've been mostly just getting pages into files and organizing stuff and talking with colorists and pencilers and different people. So I got all kinds of stuff to share with you guys soon. So I hope you're looking forward to Chrono Mechanics, because I cannot wait to get that out to you. There is a pre-launch page that's up right now, so please sign up if you haven't already. And if you have, tell a friend and let them know the world's greatest, funniest, most action-packed comic of all time is about to revolutionize the world. Yeah, probably in September. I'm hoping hopefully end of September. I don't want to go into October. I actually want it to come out this September. But I still have a video. Most of the book is done. I have 2 pages that are being, that Render Contender is working on. I gave him layouts, and so he's going to tighten up the pencils. So I got a rough version of his pencils today, and they look amazing. So I have to put those on model, add some rendering, and then ink those up. And I'll probably be doing those things live for you guys as well. So I guess this is kind of updating you on what's going on in the life of me. And just showing some stuff off, trying to have fun, just connecting. So what should we do? Should I go to the camera and show you what I got from Marvel the other day? Let's see if I can do this. All right, so I go here, and then I am going to webcam. Oh, this is one of the doodles. So this is Rogue from the Savage Land. And this is a 9x12, so it's not, it looks like it should be on 11x17, and it was a bust, but to be honest, I was just having such a good time drawing this thing, so I ended up putting her legs in there and some rocks and some environment. Every once in a while on these commissions, you guys, I'll get inspired, and I'll put a lot more into the image than I usually do on, this is a bust commission. So my list is not open right now, so I'm sorry to say I get asked that quite a bit. So this was a few weeks ago that I opened the list, and I had to close it the first day because I get pretty inundated on this. So this is what I call a doodle. So this is This is my little pencil drawing on a sheet of, what is it, 8.5 by 11. So everything's pretty much there. So I'll take this and I'll blow it up a little bit for the 9 by 12, and then I'll light box it onto, let me see if I have any of the board here, onto Bristol. What do I have in here? Oh, this is all my contracts and stuff. Oh, by the way, you guys, all the contracts and stuff are in here. This is the black and white printing. All the stuff's in here. So the contracts have been signed. Money has been sent. So black and white is officially at the printers and being printed right now. So hopefully we will have that for you soon. So here is the box in question. So I think I'm going to need something to open this. It doesn't have one of those pull tabs. So you can see it's from Marvel Comics. So I have no idea what this is. So let's find out. Let's have a little bit of fun. Yeah, this is going to be a short little video. Like I said, I mostly just want an excuse to connect with you guys. So I thought maybe an unboxing would be fun. And I just realized my microphone is way on the other side. Hold on, let me swing this over so you guys can still hear me. I have my computer on one side and then my drawing board is on the other. So sometimes the sound gets weird. Look at this, I cut this and then it still ends up ripping. What is the deal? What is the deal with that? Okay, let's see. This could be something really bad. I don't know what. Okay, let's see. I don't want that because that will probably, what do you call them, dox me. Let's see if there's anything else off screen that doesn't dox me. Okay, here you go. Look at this. It's all on a piece of bag and everything. Ooh. Comes out upside down. Decades. Marvel in the 00s. Hitting the headlines. Okay. So I have no idea what this is or what stories in here that I did. Let's find out. Michael Bendis worked with that guy. Bill Jemas worked with that guy. Ooh, first story. Mark Bagley, Thibert. Mark Bagley on the pencils and me on the inks or the stinks. Colorist Steve Busolato. Steven Busolato. Okay, so the second story, Wolverine the Origin, is Paul Jenkins, Bill Jemas, and Joe Quesada. Okay, next one is Mark Miller and Brian Hitch, Ultimates 1. So I think this is just Civil War, Captain America, Amazing Spider-Man. It looks like it is just a little introduction on what was going on in the early 2000s. So in the early 2000s, life was pretty good for myself and Spider-Man. So this is Ultimate Spider-Man 1. It really upset me that we didn't get to do the cover for issue 1. Joe Quesada did it. Conflict of interest? Yeah, I'll say, look at this. Okay. So I think Steve ended up being replaced on colors after this issue. But look at this. They're experimenting on, frogs. Cyber Frog. This is where it all began, right here. Can you see this? There it is, right there. There's little Cyber Frog right there. Does Cyber Frog have a name other than Cyber Frog, or is he just Cyber Frog? Is his name like Bob? Bob Cyber Frog? Alright, this guy's throwing around a radioactive spider like it's no problem. So we cut to Peter Parker, aka Harry Potter. He's getting the short end of the stick here. A French fry thrown at his face, so he's not doing well. Oh, incoming flying taco. Yeah, so he was picked on. Get that. So the only thing about Ultimate Spider-Man is it took forever for the story to get going. I guess you could only do that if the character was already established. If it was a brand new character, I don't think you could go issues before you put him in costume, because I don't think he ever gets into costume in the first couple issues. So he's not doing well. He's bit by the spider. Let's see if he turns in. Well, some of his spider sense, some of his powers are starting to manifest. We already have to recap it. We've been reading this book. Why are you recapping the story already? That's weird. Why, Michael Bendis? Why? They did this in the movie where it stuck to his fingers and he pulled off the stucco. And I believe that this was used in one of the movies too, where he's just on the ceiling. So that's my contribution to this. Let's see if there's anything in the back. Decades. Oh, there's a series of decades books. So we have 80s, 90s, 2000s. Okay, you guys, just for the record, see this decade? I was working at Marvel. The 90s, I was working at Marvel. Well, the early 90s. The later half, I was at Image. All right, so the early 2000s, there. And I think I probably went up to the 10s, 2010 at Marvel. Created 80 years of Marvel Comics, decade by decade. So I guess they're just trying to celebrate. Is it their 80th anniversary? Is that it? Yeah. So there is the unboxing. So let me see if I can go back to you guys in the chat. Okay, so here we're in the chat. So where are we? We got Shinto. So same. We got the same Rogues Gallery here. We got the same Rogues Gallery in the chat. That's a lot of talent right there. Yeah, it was. It was good times. Early 2000s were good times at Marvel. Remember buying that issue. Thank you. The Ultimate Peter Parker. What is it? I always felt Ultimate Parker had very distinct hair. Yeah, I thought it was kind of Harry Potter. I think that was mandated with the big round glasses and the hair. So I think that was on high. They're like, hey man, Harry Potter's doing well. Let's do Harry Potter. Let's do the Potter. Okay, so let me go back. Are you guys still seeing the screen share, which is my photo chop? Are you guys still seeing Rogue? Let me know in the chat. Do you see Rogue? Let me know. I'm afraid to make another move until I'm sure. There's such a delay on this stuff too. I believe so. I think you guys are seeing Rogue. So let me go here. And okay, so I'm there. And let me click here. And I believe you guys should be seeing another image now. I hope. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until I see a change in the screen. Oh well, doodle. Yeah, this is the doodle portion of the unboxing video. Still seeing Rogue. I see a drawing of Rogue. Yeah, so you guys should be. Wait a minute. Why are you not seeing the next image? What do I have to do to make this happen? Okay, so then I'm in OBS. Okay. So I'm clicking on Photoshop. So you guys should be seeing a different image now. Let's hope. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's fun though. It's fun clicking a bunch of buttons. One of these days I'll get this. So you should be seeing Voodoo now. There it is, finally. Man, it's harder to know because there's such a delay for me on this. So there is Voodoo. Let me go back to the shop, to my photo shop. Okay, Photoshop. So now I can move her around. So I think I tightened this up on Mike's stream the other night. So this was another commission. So this is pretty much exactly all the structure and everything and composition is where I want it. I even put it on a template, so that's how confident I was. This is 11 by 17, full 11 by 17 commission. So this isn't going to be like with brush and ink wash like I usually do. This is going to look like a full-on cover. So when I do 11 by 17 commissions, I use pen and ink, so it'll look like a Marvel and DC cover that I usually do. So it'll be full rendering, pen and ink, you know, with textures and everything else. So this is Voodoo. She's doing the voodoo that she do so well. So Mike says it's his wife, so I think that's kind of strange, but I guess she did a photo session as Voodoo when Mike was working at Wildstorm. So she dressed up in the costume. So for now, Voodoo will always be Mike's wife. Very interesting, Michael. Very interesting. All right, so we got that. So I think I showed you guys this maybe a while ago. I'm not sure. So this is, like I said earlier, black and white is now at the printer, and the trading cards we have at another printer, and we just got proofs back the other day. Some of the type on the back was a little big, so we rewrote it. Well, it was actually small. It was overwritten. That's what I meant by big. There was too much, so the words had to be, they were pretty small. So it was hard to read once they printed it up as the trading card. So my wife and I put another draft together and rewrote it so it would be easier to read. So this is the ash can, and this will be going to the printer soon. We do have a printer lined up for it. My wife is just taking one thing at a time, so... Ooh, there's an airplane. We live real close to an airport, so I hear airplanes a lot. So like I said, the windows are open in the studio because it's a beautiful day. So you're going to be hearing life outside. I know some people get a little crazy about sounds on these YouTube streams. All right, so this is the actual finished cover. So I thought it would be fun. I saved this in layers so you could see the before. So this is the original 1994 cover on a template with a new, you know, kind of black outline with the new logo in there. So it's got the paste up in there, but it's the original 1994 line art. So I thought it would be fun to go back memory lane and show you where it all began. So this wasn't the first piece of artwork that I drew of these two, but it was pretty early on. So then here's what I ended up doing in Photoshop, just kind of a remastering. So cleaning up stuff, changing proportion, redrawing some stuff. You can see, I'll go back. So you can kind of see where she was at in the 90s and where she's at in the 2000s. So I think it shortened up the arms a little bit, made them smaller, reworked the face. The hair was kind of weirdly cropped outside of the edge here. So that's not a really good design thing to do. So I brought the hair in so it fits within the composition, which is better. So I've learned a little bit since 94, 25 years ago. So here's the new face. Here's the old face. So the tilt of the head was a little weird. So I worked that out and restructured the face a bit. And the mouth was, it was kind of weird, going the wrong direction. So I don't think at the time I knew which direction I wanted the head to be turning. So it's kind of going in both directions. And now it is not. Now it is just going in one direction. So this is kind of what black and white originally was going to be, and then turned into completely redrawing. So I thought it would be fun to show you the ash can that's just the cover of the ash can there. And let me wrap it up with this. So this is not a commission. I was asked by Dynamite to do one of those. They got a lot of creators doing their characters with Vampirilla to celebrate her anniversary. There's a lot of anniversaries coming up. So this is black and white. You know, I made his head a little bit bigger. I think it's too big. What do you guys think in the chat? Is Reed's head too big for the torso? I don't want to make him look like a major superhero. I want to make him look like an average guy that's pretty well built. Kind of, you know, like a Chris Evans type. So I keep going back and forth with the head size. So let me know. I think this is still in layers. So this is where it was dropped a little bit. So I brought it up. Let me show you. So these are all the crazy indecisions that slow artists down. So I picked it up from the torso, which I like, but I also made it a smidge bigger, which I'm not sure about. So the top, obviously black. Over on the left side is white, and right smack dab in the middle is Vampirilla. So I'm very flattered that Dynamite and my friend Nick Barucci asked me to do this. So this is a pretty tight layout. I usually don't do layouts this tight, but I had to go through an okay process. You know what? Who am I kidding? My layouts are all pretty darn tight. This is a little bit tighter than most though. I actually have some shadow and some, well, there's no rendering, but just well, there is rendering on the background here. Some penciled hatching just to indicate that it's going to fade off. So they're on robotic skulls. So I'm thinking that the story behind this would be they just battled a bunch of giant skeletal robots. So I thought it'd be cool, you know, skeleton robots. I've never seen that before. So there's 3 skulls you can see, and they're all kind of standing on them, triumphant that they've defeated them. So this is what I'm going to be working on right after the stream. I'm going to go put this on artboard and print it up in Blue Line. I'll probably add some rendering, tighten up some of the details. White's face and some of the faces are pretty loose still. So White looks a little sad sacky, so I'll figure that out. I'll probably rework some of the hair. Reed looks like his nose is a little long, but maybe once I put the bottom eyelid in there, it won't look too long. I usually end up making schnozzes a little long. I got to stop that. I got to break that habit. So, yeah, so here's the doodles. Here's the doodle portion of the show here. So there's that. Like I said, here's Voodoo. So if anybody who commissioned me is watching, I am working on your commissions. So I'm doing a bunch of things at the same time right now. And I kind of like it. I kind of like working on a bunch of things at the same time. It feels weird when somebody says, "Well, how's it coming? You know, when will you have it done?" That's when the pressure comes on. But I like bouncing back and forth because I think it gives me time when I come back to a piece of artwork to see it with fresh eyes. So I really, really need that. I'm not to that point yet that I have that kind of confidence. So let me see if I can go back. So we're back in the chat. Ooh, we got Slick Rick in the chat now. Hey Slick, how are you? So I think I'm competing against some other YouTubers right now. So this is just a fun little get together for a little bit of time. So Slick is there, tighter, better black, spotting too. Yeah, I don't know. I like to get a lot of the thought work done before I start working on the board itself. Also, I think it's because, you know, I'm primarily an inker, and I don't like to erase a lot on the board because it actually rips up the paper a little bit and makes it harder to ink on. So inkers are a superstitious lot. They really are. So there's certain tools like that they won't change until they absolutely have to. Scott Williams and I used to call it like the magic nib. Like there's a magic nib. There's a threshold that the nib, once you break it in a little bit, that it gives you the perfect line, and you don't want to let go of that. So you become a little superstitious about it. So you make sure that you put it in the right place. You don't want to drop it. You want to take extra care of it to get a little bit longer life out of it. I think it's the equivalence of like baseball players that won't change their socks when they're on a hitting streak or something like that. I hope it's just socks. I hope it's not underwear. Actually, thinking about it, they're both pretty bad. So we got Gus, Tyler, Bush. Ooh, cool. Hey, Art. Hey, Gus. Man, Arch Geek is awesome in these chats. So thank you for the very nice. Maybe a smidge big. Oh, the head. Oh, thank you. Thank you. If there's anybody else in the chat that thinks Reed Blackett, a.k.a. Black's head was a little too big, let me know. Because I think if I get 3 different people saying it's a bit big, I can cut back to it if you need. Then I'll definitely change it. It's always weird because you got the superhero training, but when you're doing Superman, Batman, or Thor, these characters, their heads are really tiny. They got like little pea heads compared to the bodies. So I have that kind of inbred into my psyche, my drawing ability. So sometimes it's hard to change over into just an average, well-built guy. So, Slick Rick looks fine. Oh, so Slick says it looks fine. Arch Geek is saying it might be a smidge big. I like it, but I see what you mean. I think Arch is still talking about the head size. Don't forget to hit the like button. Yes, please hit that like button. All. Shinto Ketchup says, nah, head looks good to me. What the F do I? I don't know, man. I mean, this is the input's good, man. I appreciate it. Archgeek is still. I think it looks a smidge too big. Okay, so Slick Rick says good. So Slick is doubling down on the good size. So oh no, I got to make a decision before I start going into this, you guys. I need one more. I need one other person in the chat. Oh, Mark C's in there too. So maybe Mark C could be the tiebreaker. We have Arnold too, so maybe Arnold could be the tiebreaker. We need one more, either yay or nay on the head size, and then I'll move on and close this stream. So Shinto, what is? I don't know what that is. Is that your little icon there? So I'm going to go back. Let me go back to I'm going to blow up this image so you guys can see just black and get an idea of the head size. So hopefully it takes forever for me to see it. So hopefully you'll be able to see it better. So one more. Head too big. Head perfect size. And once I get this validation, I'm going to move on. Trust your gut, Art. I can't, man. I think my gut says, okay, you want my gut? No, because then I'll skew it. I need one more input, then I'll trust my gut. But I'll let you guys know what my gut is before I shut the stream down. So, man. This is turning into Art's Indecisions. That's what I should have called this stream. Art has a meltdown. Art's Indecision. I don't know. I'm looking at it right now. Ooh. So, a smidge too big. Yeah, compared to the girls, it is a little big. All right, man. All right, so we got Slick Rick chiming in. I think you're only competing with one of Mike's boring religious. Well, I don't know. I guess somebody gets something out of it, So it's good. I guess it's good to have some variety here for you, Slick Rick. Too big. Okay. Well, okay. My gut my gut is that it's a smidge too big. So I will go back to the original size that I had it before, just before the thread, the stream, where I made it bigger. All right, you guys. So thank you so much for hanging out. It was fun. Thanks for letting me share my parcel with you. And thanks for the input on this black and white Vampirilla piece. I'll keep you posted on it. And also, you guys, I have a bunch of Chrono Mechanics stuff to bring together on live streams. And I got a bunch of special guests. I have 4 covers that are going to focus on the 4 individual Chrono Mechanics characters, which are Team 9.2 of Sector 7, and it's Caravaggio, Oot, Doug, and Zin. So I have a different A-list comic book artist doing covers for each one of those characters. And so I just got the last one in today, and it's going to be a combination. I'm going to be working with this guy. So I'm going to get to ink him again in the Chrono Mechanics style. So it should be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. I don't want to say anything yet because it'll be a cool surprise. And I'm going to be debuting the Chrono Mechanics cover on the pre-launch page. So I'll probably announce it, but keep tuning back to the pre-launch page because I'm going to start putting some new stuff up. Things that represent more this actual campaign. The stuff that's on the pre-launch right now was stuff from other books and things. So I just wanted to put that up to start getting some buzz on it. But I will start posting some new work on it. I got the cover back from the colorist. It's absolutely stunning. Stunning. I just, Narwhal and I just finished up the first 5 pages of the book. So that's pencils, inks, coloring, and we just finalized the coloring. It's stunning. I cannot wait to show you you guys this stuff. It's going to rock your world. I know it is mine. So I believe that's it. So if you guys haven't, please go check out the Indiegogo pre-launch page for Chrono Mechanics. The link is in the description. I also have a newsletter. The link is in the description. If you guys want artwork, original artwork, that link is in the description. And just to back up, there's a car driving by. To back up, if you sign up for the newsletter and you want a commission, that's the best place to get first access because I always announce commissions newsletter first. And usually all of, well, in the past it was all the Indiegogo stuff and Kickstarter would always be announced there on the newsletter. However, since I've become a YouTuber, I'm doing that with air quotes, a YouTuber. I still don't think of myself as a YouTuber yet, but yeah, most of the stuff comes across on YouTube first. So if you like anybody, oh, thank you. What's up? $2. I'm glad I waited. Gave me $2 just to say what's up. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, yeah. So, how do you say the name? Is it F Google poll too? Is it like Fook? I don't know, man. You guys crack me up. So yeah, so I got all discombobulated there. So yeah, so go there if you know anybody who likes this kind of entertainment, likes comic books, like to see people put, draw live, talk about comics live, and all the other stuff. Please check it out. Let them know that it's here. Turn them on to the channel. And thanks again, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Later.